You know, be looking for Tyrone with the Timberlands on and shit, like, you know, so you know, they naturally attracted to masculinity and authority, but you can see how it's taking the toll with the feminism and you know that they trying to get rid of the masculinity, so it's just a land full of simps. But there's some women out there that still they want that Jake, man. They want that real man. Yeah.
And like I heard, I think it was a brother from GMS. He said all women want a man that's masculine anyway, but they just don't show it.
Yeah, they want to see if they can simp you out first. But once they see it ain't going, you know, once a woman see that you can walk away from her ass and not give a damn, you know, they move a little different, you know.
They're like, oh man, I do like this dude, I guess.
Isaiah 46 and 8. Remember this and show yourselves men. So the scripture tells you to be like a man. And we deal with it from time to time, especially on the comment board, because we don't, Great Millstone, the main reason why men won't like Great Millstone is you ask them, I guarantee you it's because of women. The scripture says women have dominion over you. It's the truth. Like somebody said, I don't mess with Great Millstone, it's because of a woman. Because we don't put women on the pedestal, right? We do acknowledge the few sisters that listen and acknowledge, right? And they doing their part. We do acknowledge there's some good ones. Let's tell you some good ones. But we don't just put women on the pedestal. That's what men hate us, because we don't call them queens. We don't say that they're righteous and all that stuff. We call out their wickedness for what they are. And we warn other brothers about the wickedness of the woman. Most men feel compelled to fight against it because they got to make sure their woman happy, right? If a man, come on, if a woman says, I don't like Great Millstone, they teach y'all, the man by nature gonna be like, yeah, I don't fuck with them.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he just want to make sure his woman happy. You know how many times men came by with their wives and the men be like, oh, looking at the signs and stuff, and then the wife comes and be like, let's go.
Snatch him like Michael Jordan did Scottie Pippen. Come on, let's go.
And they'll be like, look, I gotta go. I got the woman with me. They do it to please their woman. But the fact is, scripture says, show yourself men. As long as you're not breaking the law, okay, you're good. But we ain't bowing down to no women up there. We understand their position. We understand their role. And the scripture says that they're the weaker vessel. So you got to understand that they're not going to get it. Like the brother said, the scripture says, marvel not if you trespass against me. Because it says, keep thy daughter in straight. Meaning you teach her the right way, right? You do your best to make sure she don't go off. But then it says, if she marvel not if she trespass. And don't be surprised if she still find a way to do that shit. Like I was telling this brother. He's like, he think his mother-in-law gonna do it. They probably gonna do it. They probably are. You know, you can do your bit. Don't be surprised if they up to do that shit. Because they women. You know, they already got in the back of their mind. Yeah, really. You know,
Yeah.
You know, that's why Pastor Hart made a video. He said, your woman gonna take the chip. She might be saying, I ain't gonna take it. Until she go to work and they say, look, you wanna work, she gonna do that shit. She gonna come home one day, she gonna pat that chip, chances are, you know, and then you might just lose your shit. Like, maybe. But they said this and Andrea when you got it.
Right.
And my mama got it. Marvel not if she trespassed. I just say don't have high expectations. Okay? When you can't be disappointed if you wasn't expecting it.
You gotta think. What King Solomon say? Out of 1,000 men, I found one righteous. Out of 1,000 women, I found none. And that was back in those times where it was more, you had that healthy fear of doing wrong, because they'll put your ass to death quick.
There wasn't no damn feminism,
you know,
or see-through leggings.
Yeah, ain't no room for none of that back then. So just imagine now. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you will get them. They'll have some good qualities, but when it comes to
certain things,
going, you know, really showing that they about the scriptures and all, they're gonna go off. You know, you'll get some diehard Christian church women, but that's simply to another level as well. You know, it's all catering to the woman in there. That's why it be so many in the church, because they cater to them, and they can do no wrong, and you know. But yeah,
these Christian church, they look at women, be on the pedestal teaching and shit.
I'll
I'll be like, yo, I can't sit up in there, you know, because it's like, I don't know, it just seemed awful.
It
I
is.
saw a woman teaching when I wasn't in TV, like, she don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I got a auntie. She a woman pastor or whatever, and she said one day, well, you know, the Lord put women here to get things right, to get things to do things the right way. I looked at her, I was like, and everybody clapping and this and that, and they you know, they bugged out, man. They bugged out. Yeah, one more. Yeah, one more.
Jake being silly. I heard his brothers brought it out plenty of times before when he was talking about with Jake. He'd be right here looking at the brother teaching stuff. Wife come up and like, come on.
Yep.
And he'll walk right behind him. The question you brothers brought this scripture out already. This first Ezra, chapter 4, verse 26. Yeah, these that have run out there with for women and become servants for their sake. Brothers want to be servants for their sake. Brothers, you know, gird up the Lord like the Most High said, man, and be a damn man. Like, it's hard. It's more hard telling Jake to be a man in the society than to tell him to stop being a nigga. Like, he'll be quick to be a nigga, but to be a man is hard for him to do.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
that baby boy speech.
God, it's a meme going around. It was in the chat. Jaheim and Too Short, and it was Jaheim captioned, put that woman first, and he had them when they was young versus when they was old, and it had, you know, Too Short, you know how he was considered like to dog women out. Well, Jaheim look run down now with all that put that woman first, and Too Short looked like he did still back in the olden days, like not putting that much effort into trying to please a woman. But you know, I thought that was funny, you know. But guys do run out their wits end trying to, you know, my granddaddy told me a long time ago. Now he not in the truth or nothing, but he be, you know, he be having some words that be hidden right with the scriptures every now. He like, he told me don't try to figure these women out. They crazy. Just find you one that you could deal with their amount of crazy. You know what I'm saying? just choose your amount of crazy you could deal with. And I was like, damn, you sure right. Like some more than others.
Yeah, it's just a thing like, man, Proverbs tell you not to give all your strength towards the woman, you know, to destroy a king. You know, and like, I don't like to talk about my brother, you know, but this dude, oh my God, if y'all see the shit, you be like, boy, you is going out bad, man.
I got one too.
Like, I remember, I was making fun of him, but I was joking with him. I was like, bro, you like a little girl out there, bro, and he gonna tell him how. I'm like, bro, you go for the jumping and telling your woman not to go? like, dude, let her go, dude, she gonna come right back. You know, but
Tank.
That's that mentality that Esau put on the men in this world.
I got one. This is 1 Corinthians 7 and 26. Oh man. It says, I suppose therefore that it is good for the present distress, I say, that it is good for a man to be that it is good for a man so to be, meaning pretty much be by yourself. It says, art thou bound to a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife. But and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. So at the end of the day, you gonna have trouble in the flesh. It all comes down to, like the brother said, you choosing to tolerate what you want to tolerate. End of the day, but every brother you meet will tell you, they'll be like, be honest, man, I wish I didn't even bother with this. I could have just focused, but you know, I still love my kids. You know, I love her too, but damn, you know, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why Paul said it. Paul said it. You can give her one, but you will have trouble in the flesh. Don't expect a smooth coaster ride. That's why, you know, the scriptures tell you, man. They tell you plain as day. Hey, even Nate had to make a video. He made a video saying some of y'all sisters are crazy. When brothers get with y'all, they want peace. Because Apostle Rama Gabar did a response. He was like, we told you about that black woman. You see, even Nate got to admit that these women are crazy. and I was like, yeah, you gonna have trouble, man. It's just how it is, man. It's what the Most High set up, you know.
That said a lot.
Women, hey, remember that? No, that was Elder Ayathan when he did the video. He showed a woman's comment, like the woman said, "I hate it when a man knows like his worth. Boy, if you don't put up with my shit." That's what she said. Because they know that they are a pain in the ass, right? And they know that they looking for somebody to deal with it. Like that's why they say I want a strong man to deal with a strong black woman. That means I need somebody to put up with my bullshit, right? Because I'm gonna be a pain in the ass, but I want you to stick around. That's all that means. You just got to be man enough to know how to read between the lines and break down that code. They're not gonna tell you I'm a pain in the ass. They're gonna say I'm a strong black woman. That's what I look at it. I'm a strong black woman. Okay, so you're a real pain in the ass. That's all it is. You know? Hey, you can get mad. It's just the truth.
You're right. And the guys, you see it on them. You see the stress in their face. And, you know, they don't even be wanting, man. You know, I got a lot of women in my family, a lot of guys that married in, my great uncles and stuff. Man, they be in the room somewhere, ducked off.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even want to deal with none of that. Yeah, whatever, gone, they don't care if they leave, be gone 2 weeks, hey, gone. They be happy as hell.
You know that one little short clip where the cop was taking Jake to jail and he was super happy. And the cop was like, why are you so happy? He's like, at least I get to spend the night away from my wife. From my wife. I was like, damn, that's bad, man. That's bad.
Scripture said something about, like, I think Paul said it was like, it'd be better for you to act as, like, basically better for you to act as if you ain't married or something.
Yeah, I just read it, yeah.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, well, yeah, he pretty much said if you have a wife, be as though that they have none. But he said, for the present, I say it's better if a man can abide, so as I. Meaning he was just focused on the truth. He even said it for women too, except my personal belief is that it's very hard for women to do that because their whole purpose, pretty much being created, is to be with a man, you know, and get pops. Yep. That's why the scripture says, I'd rather that the virgins marry, the young woman marry, because when they idle, they get into some wicked shit. So.
Yep.
It says, for many have turned out to Satan.
Yeah, because they just idle. You don't leave a woman idle like that. They just gonna be like, all right. That's why I said, you know, and if they reach a certain age, then they don't have to worry about marriage because they done already went through it. But when you that young, just like every creature on the earth, you go through that cycle, like they say, a cat in heat. You know, every animal or creature knows, all right, it's time to mate. And that's why the scripture says, marvel not if she trespass against thee, man. It's like, if your cat or your dog's in heat, man, if you let that dog out, it's coming back pregnant somehow, right? So if you got a daughter and you're trying to keep her straight and you know she at that 13, 14 age, you really gonna really watch over her like, wait. And that's why the scripture says, the caring for a daughter taketh away sleep. Because when she is at that age and everybody's looking at her, her body's starting to form, she getting breasts and stuff, you know, like, all right, I gotta watch over her. You know what I'm saying? But don't be surprised if she come home pregnant. That's what the scripture said, man. You know, that's why it's hard for a woman to do that. Some women can't do that. But most of them they widows, right? They done had it, they lost, and they like, forget it. That I understand, but for a woman to just say, I'm just gonna devote my life to the Lord, that's very hard for a woman to do. You know, because their whole purpose is to serve a man for the most part. A man, however, can do it. A man can do it. I would say it's easier for a man to do it versus a woman. That's why Paul said, if you can, this is the way. But if you can't, you're not sinning by saying, I'm gonna go get something, you know?
Women can't, like, it's no such thing as a damn abstinent woman. Hey, especially not at this time and age. You know, like especially like when Esau putting all these damn chemicals in the food, increasing hormones and all that. Hey, a lot of these females got a bigger sex drive than most of us men. You know, but it's supposed to be the other way around.
Like they need it, bro.
Yeah.
Like what's the duty of marriage, as the scripture says? You gotta give her sex. You know? You gotta give her that all that time. Like they need that stuff.
It humbles them too.
Yeah, they need it.
You know, scripture tell you that it humbles a woman. You know, sex humbles a woman, and that's all when they be acting like that. And
Crazy.
and you humble them, they be ready to serve and carry on, do this and do that. And like, damn, what was that 2 days ago? When
I got a clip.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 7 and start at 23. It says, "Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. Hast thou daughters? Have care over their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty marriage, but give her to a man of understanding." Or to give your daughter to a man of understanding. But you know, but now if you were to tell a regular chick that nowadays, hey, he thinks that you crazy. You know, like it's your job as an Israelite man to give your daughter to a man of understanding. Like, it's a lot of, you know, like we talking about women, but it's a lot of grimy niggas out here. You know? And you know, they just after just one thing, you know, they after the box. And I you know, if I had a daughter, shit, I'd be pissed off if she went out and some nigga popped her and didn't want to
Deal with her.
you know, didn't want to marry her. I'd be